479. Thank you for making the trek down from Watertown. That's very, very kind of you to be here. To my wonderful wife, Lori, my dad, Dr. Gus Pesce, USMC retired, Captain USMC retired, guests and family and friends of the 854, Colonel McGonigal, Command Sergeant Major Crum, thank you for being here. So this is a real special day for me and my family, and for you, my 854th family. So I'd like to start by taking a quick page from Chaplain Callahan, as he routinely addresses us with the word of the day. For me today, the word of the day is grateful. Chaplain Callahan, I'm grateful for your hard work and your excellent care for the soldiers in this battalion. You are truly a gifted minister of faith and spiritual advisor. You have helped many soldiers that perhaps had no place else to go for the help you offered, and I'm truly grateful. Thank you. All of you, I've been honored to serve as your battalion commander and grateful to have served with all of you, especially my senior leaders and battalion staff. You have helped me make a difference with our soldiers by your commitment and focus. Lieutenants Espindola, Nevin, Blake, Deary, and Gallegos, thank you for stepping up to commit to the 854. And Lieutenant Bonnier with the 305th, and good luck with all your new commands. Staff Sergeant Rice, while you perhaps initially have felt that you weren't worthy, I'm sure, the feelings of Chief Greco that you will do great things with the 481st, and we look forward to seeing you become a warrant officer in the near future. Captain Bishop and Captain Kasman, thank you both for being outstanding company commanders in this battalion. Captain Bishop, thank you for being an excellent leader during your last 2 years, now 2 years plus, and working with the multiple personnel staffing issues you've had. And good luck with your upcoming position and deployment with the Contingency Response Unit. Captain Casby, thank you for stepping up from your term in active duty and learning what the USAR is all about, and good luck this fall as you start medical school. To my company First Sergeants and NCOICs, First Sergeants Corbea, Krautwurst, Coriano, and Brody, Sergeants First Class Harriman, Armano, Sanchez, Abramchi, and Staff Sergeant Rice, thank you for your fine example to the NCO Corps here at the 854th. I'm grateful as well for my former unit commanders and senior leaders, to Captains Morelli, Caesar, Sanabria, Dodson, Lavitt, Walsh, Williams, Chief Greco, to Majors Hultz, Coppola, Mike Black, Lee, and Lieutenant Colonels Atkinson and Parker. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for your hard work, your commitment, and your leadership. I am grateful. I am grateful for the support of my battalion staff, our former SSA, Ms. Spenner, and our new SSA, Mrs. Negrelli. Mrs. Negrelli, you have an important job, a challenging job, and I truly appreciated your help to me personally and with the daily management of the multiple duties and responsibilities in running this battalion. To my full-time operations staff, I am grateful. Mr. Robinson, he's out in the hall. I still remember the day I showed up before the first battle assembly, and he looked up at me at his desk and said, "Sir, you ready for this ride?" And I said to myself, what am I getting into? And I just calmly and firmly said, I'm used to doing multiple things at multiple times. I got under control, Mr. Robinson, I'm all set. And Mr. Robinson, thank you for keeping me out of budget trouble and your sound advice. Master Mollenkopf, thank you for opting to take your next assignment with the 854 when you could have gone elsewhere. Your excellent training and operations experience has been critical during the long period we had vacancies in your section. Thank you. Sergeant First Class Torres, your outstanding work and help in the S3 section this past year was fantastic. Your tremendous operations and planning talents made a difference. Thank you. I am grateful, and I'm sure the three of you are grateful, for the arrival of Captain Yarbrough as our new battalion operations officer. Captain Yarbrough, we feel lucky to have a person like you. You hit the ground running, and you've impressed us all, both at the battalion and brigade levels, with your focus, excellent abilities, experience, and knowledge. Thank you for your incredibly strong positive impact that you've already made in your short time here. To my logistics staff, I am grateful. It was a pleasure, and I have had the experience, and it's wonderful to have the experienced and professional person like Mr. Scanlon with us now to help manage the many logistics demands that we have, especially for those at the upcoming Warrior exercise in July. Staff Sergeant Lippico, you have virtually single-handedly troubleshooted every supply problem and logistics issue around the battalion. You have found ways to make the system work and help others work out their problems to be successful. I am very grateful for your countless hours that you've spent in support of all the company supply sergeants. Lieutenant Larley, thank you for stepping up to take the S4 job and being willing to learn it on the fly. Keep that strong determination and drive with what you do, and we all expect to see you as a company commander someday. To my Intel and Communications section, Lieutenant Flatley and Sergeant Curtin, your involvement in preparations at the company level for each of their physical security inspections has really made a difference, as you know. Thank you. Captain Duvall, Sergeant Mack, your professional focus and excellent training, preparations for soldiers in your section will make a difference this summer during WarX and for years to come. Thank you. To my maintenance staff and special staff and personnel section, Chief Rhodes, Sergeant Brecky, Sergeant First Class Brecky, Sergeant Gonzalez, thank you for keeping our equipment rolling. And Chief Schuessler, thanks for stepping up to be the acting battalion maintenance officer. You all know how important the maintenance mission is when equipment goes down. I am grateful. To Mr. Sanabria, Mr. Chang, Ms. Stats, Staff Sergeant Urena, Mr. Perry, Ms. Brim, Sergeant Baker, Sergeant Connolly, and of course Mr. Custodio, who wears many hats around here, and his tireless efforts handling all the important things that keep our battalion's facilities running with Mr. Pete Boyle from the 99th. Thank you for all your tireless efforts in handling important personnel pay and family readiness matters, and along with Ms. Stats, our new family readiness specialist. Thank you, Ms. Stats. Monica, you've been fantastic. And finally, I want to thank my fantastic Command Sergeant Major, John Walsh. I am definitely grateful. I'm almost. CSM, you are a true professional soldier, and I've been incredibly lucky to have stood with you and commanded this battalion. It's hard to put in words just how much you've done for me and for the soldiers in this battalion. Actually, I'm sure Christina could probably put some of those words together, how much time it's been. You have given up your time, your experience, your advice, your wisdom. You've set the example for everyone, and I couldn't have wished for a better partner in this endeavor. I was honored to have pinned both your star and your wreath, and was especially gratified to see your family with you when you were promoted to Command Sergeant Major. Thank you for being such an inspiring leader for me and the 854th. As we have a running joke at that night out at Hunter Liggett, we're both swinging a 22-ounce framing hammer, showing the soldiers how it was done. And Sergeant Major Walsh at the time looked up to me and said, "Sir, I'm sure your next Sergeant Major will do just as good a job doing this stuff." Sergeant Major, I can only hope my next Sergeant Major will work with me such as you have at the Tech, and he's at least as half as good as you are. To all of you, I am grateful. Each of you have spent countless hours, days, weeks, and more away from your family and loved ones. The commitment to be an Army Reserve soldier is an honorable thing. And as a senior leader or staff member, it's sometimes a tough job. But I am also very grateful for your families. The commitment to be a supportive spouse, understanding child, or encouraging parent is just as honorable and comes with a much greater difficulty because it isn't something you signed up for. Please thank all of your loved ones for me, for what they have endured and the strength that they provide to each of you every day. To my own family, especially my wife Lori, I am grateful. Thank you, honey, for your unwavering and unqualified support while I was running all over the country and the Hudson Valley and New Jersey with the 854th. It didn't matter what I did or where I had to be, you always met the news of a new task with "how can I help?" And of course, occasionally, "Hey, are you home next week?"
True.
Thank you, honey. I am grateful. During the last almost 2 years, I've worked with all of you for what has been my toughest job in the military. But it has also been my most gratifying. And if I didn't have to relinquish command today, which is the bittersweet part of today, I'd do it all again for another 2 years without hesitation. But as you know, I'm moving out and moving on to our engineer headquarters, our engineer command headquarters. And you should all know that you have a friend at the 412 Tech should you need it, and I can help, as you know I will, in any way. Finally, I want to say, Lieutenant Colonel Palmundi, congratulations on your assumption of command of the 854th. These last couple months working with you to transition have made me extremely comfortable that the 854th is in good hands, and especially as you prepare for your mission downrange next year. I'll leave you with my encouragement for all of you to seize every opportunity you can to improve, learn, and professionalize your career and your soldiers. Lead with an attitude that focuses you on mission first, but propelled by a perspective that allows you to lead the soldiers for their sake and no other. Thank you all, 854th, beyond measure.